India has long been a safe haven for persecuted communities for thousands of years. Be it the Jews who were persecuted across the world or the Parsis who were fleeing Islamic persecution in Persia. Indian society, known for its democratic and tolerant ethos, not only welcomed these persecuted communities but also gave them the complete freedom and space to keep their traditions and culture alive. Today, we are going to talk about a small group of Jewish people who were fleeing persecution when their ship got shipwrecked on the western coast of India. Let's hear the story to know what happened to them. The year was 70 CE. The streets of Jerusalem lay in ruin after the Roman forces destroyed the Second Temple, marking a cataclysmic moment for the Jewish people. Amid the chaos, a group of Jewish families fled the northern kingdom of Israel, seeking refuge from the turbulence of their homeland. Stories whispered of distant lands, of ancient ties between King Solomon and faraway ports, and of a thriving Jewish community in Cochin on the western coast of India. With hope as their compass, the group boarded a ship, heading eastward across treacherous waters. For weeks, the voyagers endured the punishing waves and shifting winds of the Arabian Sea. But fate intervened as a fierce storm tore through the night sky, battering their vessel. The ship, unable to withstand the fury, shattered against the rocky shores of Nugong, a small fishing village near modern-day Mumbai. Soaked, bruised, and terrified, the survivors stumbled onto the beach at dawn, clutching little more than their faith and determination. As the sun rose, so did their uncertainty. Where were they? Who lived here? Would they find kindness or hostility in this strange land? Their first encounter was with the Koli people, a local fishing community known for their resilience and connection to the sea. The Kolis, curious but wary, approached the strangers with caution. The Jewish refugees, though unable to speak the local tongue, conveyed their plight through gestures and shared looks of exhaustion. The Kolis, bound by their tradition of hospitality, extended a helping hand. The villagers provided food and shelter to the castaways. In return, the Jews observed the Kolis' way of life and sought ways to contribute. The Kolis' primary need was oil, essential for maintaining their fishing boats, and coconuts grew abundantly in the region. The Jews, resourceful and industrious, learned to operate oil pressers using traditional methods. Soon, the Jewish refugees became integral to the community, producing coconut oil and earning the nickname Shanivar Telis in the local Marathi language. Shanivar referred to Saturday, the Jewish Sabbath, during which they refused to work, a practice that set them apart and intrigued their neighbors. Over time, the Jews settled in nearby villages, adapting to the local lifestyle. They adopted local names, wore traditional clothing, and learned the language. Despite their assimilation, they clung steadfastly to their religious customs, observing the Sabbath, dietary laws, and rites of passage. For over 1,000 years, the Jewish community in Nugong lived in obscurity, cut off from the broader Jewish diaspora. Meanwhile, hundreds of miles away in Cochin, another Jewish community thrived, enriched by trade and cultural exchanges. The two groups remained unaware of each other's existence until the 13th or 14th century, when Rabbi David Rahabi, a scholar from Cochin, embarked on a journey through western India. Rahabi was astonished to discover a group of villagers practicing customs that bore unmistakable traces of Jewish tradition. The lighting of lamps on the Sabbath, the recitation of prayers in a language resembling Hebrew, and the circumcision ritual told him he had stumbled upon a forgotten branch of his people. He identified these Jews as the Bnei Israel, meaning children of Israel, and worked to reconnect them with Jewish teachings. The rediscovery of the Bnei Israel was a remarkable moment of reunion, bridging centuries of separation. While Jewish communities around the world faced persecution, the Bnei Israel found a sanctuary in India. Their unique blend of Indian and Jewish identity became a testament to India's pluralism. Over centuries, they contributed to Indian society as teachers, soldiers, artisans, and leaders. The formation of Israel in 1948 marked another turning point. Many Bnei Israel families emigrated to the newly formed Jewish state, where they contributed to its growth and prosperity. However, some chose to remain in India, cherishing the country that had sheltered their ancestors. One of the most enduring symbols of their legacy is the Ohel David Synagogue in Pune, the largest synagogue in Asia outside Israel. Built by Bene Israel descendants, it stands as a testament to their enduring faith and contribution to Indian society. Even today, the villages around Nagangv tell the story of survival and integration. Families continue the tradition of producing cold-pressed coconut oil using ancient methods, a skill passed down through generations since the fateful shipwreck. These Jewish families are proud custodians of their dual heritage, preserving both Indian and Jewish traditions. Walking through the streets of Nagangv, one can still find traces of this remarkable story. The rhythmic creak of oil pressers, the aroma of freshly pressed coconut oil, and the quiet hum of prayers in Hebrew transport visitors to a world where cultures intertwine seamlessly. The Bene Israel story is not just about survival, it is about the strength of identity, the kindness of strangers, and the remarkable ability of cultures to coexist. The shipwreck at Nagangv may have been an accident of fate, but it created a legacy that continues to inspire, reminding us that even in the face of upheaval, hope and resilience can chart a path to a new beginning.